been over 16 years since Liverpool made their one and only trip to Toulouse, and it was Andre Voronin with the winning goal that night. The French city could again prove to be a happy hunting ground for the Reds this evening, as Jurgen Klopp's side no victory would seal their place in the Europa League round of 16. Matchday 4 of 6 in the group stage is at Stadium TFC. It is a 5:45 kickoff UK time, when we'll have live audio commentary right here on LFC TV and LFC TV Go as well. Yeah, welcome along to tonight's Matchday Live on a potentially pivotal night for Liverpool. And for this one, I'm joined in the studio by Gary Gillespie and Tash Dowie as well. Much more to come from them in just a moment. First, though, let's pay our very first visit over to Toulouse. Rob Jones is there pitch side for us tonight. Rob.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the south of France, where the storm clouds from earlier today have lifted. It's a very pleasant evening here in Toulouse as Liverpool look to book their place in the knockout stages of the Europa League. 3 wins from 3 in Group E so far. Another victory tonight will take them through. And if Union Saint-Gilloise fail to beat Lask, then Liverpool will already be confirmed as group winners and go straight in to the round of 16. As for the team Jurgen Klopp has picked tonight, just 2 survivors from the side that started the 1-1 draw against Luton at Kenilworth Road on Sunday. Joe Gomez, who'll switch from left back to right back tonight, and Alexis McAllister, who is suspended for Liverpool's next league game against Brentford at Anfield on Sunday. So the Liverpool team in full. Kevin Keller, who's just been named in the Republic of Ireland squad for their internationals against the Netherlands and New Zealand, will keep goal. It'll be a back 4 of Joe Gomez, Joel Matip, Gerald Kwanzaa and Kostas Tsimikas, who sat out the reverse fixture at Anfield a fortnight ago. Wataru Endo played in that game and scored his first Liverpool goal. He's in midfield alongside McAllister and Harvey Elliott, who is the only player to have featured in every single minute of Liverpool's Europa League campaign so far. Teenager Ben Doak is back in the front 3 tonight, alongside Luis Diaz, the goal scorer at Luton on Sunday, and Cody Gakpo, who has scored on each of his last 4 Liverpool starts. As you would expect, even without Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch, there is plenty of strength on the bench tonight for Liverpool, including the likes of Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, whilst youngster Kay Gordon, who's been out for a long time with a bad injury, is back on the bench as well. Couple of milestones tonight: Liverpool's 150th game in this competition and Jurgen Klopp's 450th match in charge of the Reds. He will hope it will come with 3 points and a place in the knockout stages of this competition.
He will indeed. Thank you very much. Rob Jones out in Toulouse for us tonight. Plenty of changes as we expected. We'll get to those in a moment. But Gary, Tash, firstly, obviously you heard great news on Luis Diaz. His father been released this evening, so great news for him personally, and also great news that he starts and back in the side tonight, Gary.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic news for him. We saw the little cameo appearance that he made at the weekend, which was really a heck of an appearance. It obviously got Liverpool the point. Yeah. So, yeah, it's fantastic news, that.
OK, let's just refresh you then. The Liverpool starting lineup for tonight in Toulouse. Tash, as we say, plenty of changes which were expected. Let's talk about Harvey Elliott first, because he's actually the only player to have played every minute in this competition so far this season. Some really useful cameos recently off the bench, and he'll be wanting to make the most of this opportunity tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when he's played, he's taken his chance, and like you said, the impact that he's had, especially as a sub recently as well, I feel like whenever Liverpool have been struggling, when he's come on, he's made a real impact. And I was at the Luton game the other day, and again the same, came on, got the assist for Diaz, and he deserves his start tonight. And I really like Harvey Elliott. He plays with such maturity, you know, many years above like his age. You know, it's crazy to still think how young he is. So yeah, I'm sure he'll have a great game tonight.
Yeah, he made a good impact off the bench against Luton, Gary. It's his 7th starts of the season tonight, 15th appearance out of 17 games. So he's been involved in an awful lot of the matches so far. It's hard, isn't it, because there's so much competition in that midfield. But as we say, tonight he'll want to make a really good impression.
Well, there is a great deal of competition, but from what I've seen so far, he's more than worthy of a starting position, and I think he's going to push them all the way. And who's to say that he won't get a starting position in the league setup? I think we've seen like his performances when he's come on as substitute. You always talk about making an impact when you come off the bench, and he's certainly done that. His usefulness, his enthusiasm, his energy, it brings something different to the middle of the park, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him start on a regular basis, to be quite honest with you. He's obviously up against the likes of Curtis Jones, Gravenberch. I think Szoboszlai starts in most games. I think McAllister starts in most games. So there's that one spot. Is he a better right side midfield player, or is he a better right side attacking player? He's not going to displace Mohamed Salah, so he probably fits somewhere in the middle three. But from what I've seen so far, he's maturing really well, and his performances definitely warrant a start in the first 11.
Yeah, you mentioned Ryan Gravenberch there. Just to update on a few absentees tonight. So he's out with a little niggle of the knee, it's described as. Virgil van Dijk, a little bit of illness, says the boss, and Curtis Jones, a hamstring injury suffered last week, but he should be back after the international break. Tash, let's talk forwards. Ben Doak, he's someone who I know Liverpool fans are so excited to see more of. It's his third start of this season tonight after Lask and Leicester as well in the Carabao Cup. How excited are you about his potential?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was at the academy last week and was watching him training with the 21s, and I just love his personality. I love his attitude. He's so direct, and I think it's important. Look, Mo Salah is a guaranteed starter, isn't he? But I think it's important that he has that competition. I think Doak is that competition for Mo Salah. But credit to him, again, a young player, but plays with so much experience as well with the way he plays. I love his positiveness. He's like a Diaz, always wants to go forward, always wants to create something. And look, had an injury recently, but he'll be dying to get back and make an impact tonight.
And unfortunately, playing sort of behind the best guy in the world, as you can see there, Mo Salah, he's not going to get an awful lot of opportunities, is he? So it's important that he takes these chances when it comes his way.
Well, I think what we've got to remember is he's a very young man, so he's got a lot of time to develop. He's got a lot of time to improve, and you know, Mohamed Salah is not getting any younger. I think he's into his 30s now, so you know, there's hopefully a ready-made replacement for Mohamed Salah. The one thing I like about him is his enthusiasm. He wants to take people on. He's a throwback to an old-fashioned winger, where he runs at people and goes past people. He's got that little step over. He's got a little change of pace. It gets beyond people and behind defences. And when you get behind defences, it causes all sorts of problems. His final ball maybe questionable a little bit, but that will come with experience and come with just playing football and getting to know his teammates. But certainly an exciting prospect, and you know, hopefully he can stay fit for the rest of the season. And who knows, you know, what that'll happen. He could figure quite a number of times when you think about the Carabao Cup, obviously the Europa League, and then you've got the FA Cup to come as well. And who's to say that he can't start in league games as well?
Let's take a look at how the table stands at the moment, because as we say, this could be a crucial night in terms of qualification. So victory for Liverpool this evening puts them into the round of 16. Nothing less than we would have expected, I guess, Tash, but nice to, fingers crossed, I don't want to tempt fate, but you know, hopefully seal it with fairly fuss-free performances and results.
I think it's been very comfortable so far for Liverpool. But again, this tournament's brilliant to get minutes into players that need minutes. And I think the way that Klopp's been able to rotate the squad has been valuable. And I don't see tonight being too much of an issue. I think if we play the way we have been playing, yes, Luton was a little bit of a blip, but I think this should be. I was at the Toulouse game at home at Anfield, and they're a threat on the counter, but I see Liverpool winning this game quite comfortably.
Yeah, and I think what is critical as well is, so victory tonight, Liverpool go through to the last 16. But if we can finish top, which would happen tonight if Union SG fail to beat Lask, then that would guarantee that top spot, which cuts out the qualifying round where you play at a team that's dropped out from the Champions League in February, which is two more fixtures that ideally we wouldn't want to play if we don't have to next year.
Well, with the amount of fixtures that we have through the course of the season, the last thing you want to be doing is playing more games. I think that's highly unlikely. I think we've seen already there's a gulfing class between Liverpool and the rest of the teams in this group. I'd be very, very surprised if Liverpool weren't to finish top of the group. So let's, you know, fingers crossed that we can get it done sooner rather than later. And what better occasion, obviously, tonight.
OK, thank you both. Plenty is coming your way over the course of the evening tonight with regards to our coverage of Europa League Match Day 4. LFC TV and LFC TV Go as well has live audio commentary of every kick from 5:45 UK time. Steve Hunter and Neil Mellor will be your men on the mic tonight. Mel's will then join Tash and myself for the Matchday reaction from 7:45 with interviews from the Liverpool dressing room. And the full game will then be available for you to watch from midnight tonight. Now, for anyone watching on our social media platforms, we are about to leave you, but if you are not a subscriber to LFC TV or LFC TV Go, you can find details of how to sign up right now online at liverpoolfc.com/watch. As mentioned, victory for the Reds tonight would secure their passage into the Europa League round of 16, and there's plenty more build-up to come before kick-off, including the thoughts of Jurgen Klopp and Quaveen Kelleher. Stay right where you are.